Meanwhile, if you are enjoying this broadcast and if you're enjoying these players and this region and this scene and the cast, then be sure to hit that follow button. Again, the CranKy Ducklings here, we are live on a weekly basis with plenty of North American, Latin American, Oceanic, StarCraft, as well as Korean with ESL Open Cups. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player, the baby Beyond himself, representing Eximius Gaming. It is Kaozfate. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have his teammate, the other player on Eximius Gaming, the Brazilian Protoss. It is MasTeR. And funada these players for the funada these players for for not having their in-game names be their actual game names. And this is a very cheeky proxy. So we don't have a Cybercore at home. This isn't a Stargate. This isn't like a proxy Void Ray shield battery push. This is just straight up proxy gates. Let's go. Oh god, we should be seeing the Cybercore at home, especially because the gas is being taken. This is a very awkward proxy, I will say, but it's on the way. We're going to be seeing a Zealot at first, and Chaos needs to scout this. Oh, is he going to go for an SCV scout is the question. The probe does show up, and no, he is relying on his Reaper instead. Oh boy. As we're just setting things up here. Player name. MasTeR. Alias of MasTeR. Goim Brinha. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just setting up some aliases for the players so the intros can be a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. Meanwhile, the first Reaper comes out. Oh my god, he runs into the Zealot! Chaos just happens to walk into it. So because of that, this Reaper is already being dealt some damage. The CC, the natural, is on the way, but it looks like it will not finish. Bunker is being thrown down because Kaozfate realizes the danger that he is in. And I didn't think it was going to be a proxy Stargate. It's just a delayed proxy Stargate. The Cybercore was at home and he is committed to the Void Rays and the shield battery push. Oh my god. I was so naive. Oh my god. So we'll see how Kaozfate can respond to this. We'll see if he can realize what's coming his way. There we go. Reactors on the way. Bunker's already done. Factory is being produced. And things are popping off. So yeah, my mistake. Typically when I see Proxy Void Ray, I see the gateway at home and the Zealot runs across the map. And I guess the point of that is in case you get SCV scattered. But yeah, wow, like just the proxy gateway as well. Okay, it's just that much more committed. Meanwhile, the Reaper is across the map, but there is a shield battery to keep everything alive, so the Reaper shouldn't be able to get any worker kills whatsoever. Oh. And, oh, the response here is going to be a Widow Mine. Obviously, a Widow Mine can deal a lot of damage, but the problem with a Widow Mine in defense is that it can be avoided. Like, the Void Ray, if the player has enough micro and notices the Widow Mine, then they should be able to avoid the shots. And really all this does is zone out the Void Ray. Oh boy, here we go. So the Void Ray is going to be able to deny the bunker, immediately focus down the reactor behind this as well. All the shield batteries have finally been revealed to Kaozfate, and yeah, like again, like what are you going to do? The thing is that if you unburrow this Widow Mine and move it forward, it's going to be focused down. Oh my god. We don't get a shot off. Oh my god. My heart can't handle this. But here we go, the Void Ray is still going to town on this initial depot. Again, some decent zoning, I guess. Some damage has been done to the Void Ray. It almost goes down. More importantly, Vikings and Magfield Accelerators is on the way. Nice lock-on on the initial Void Ray, but the Void Ray does get out of range. Lock-on is cancelled. And now we have 3 Void Rays. Not just 3 Void Rays, but also a couple of Stalkers. Ah, God. Kaozfate just needs to buy a little bit of time. He needs to buy enough time for some more Cyclones to be able to get some lock-ons going. We have a nice kill on one of these shield batteries, but the bunker goes down in the process. Oh my god, he's going for it! He's going in! The Voiders are being focused down! Oh my god, one more Unomas! And the final shot goes off. The Void Rays all go down. Kaozfate, he has so much momentum going his way. The shield battery goes down as well. And with the power of this Cyclone, he can keep going. Oh god. The SCV is actually gonna kill on on the Stalker. Jesus Christ. So Kaozfate, he made a lot of headway, and because he was able to kill, what was that, 3 Void Rays, things aren't going to snowball like they otherwise would. But he also lost a lot in the process. He lost SCVs, he lost Marines, he lost Cyclones. Does he have enough to do that again? Oh, that is the question. Nice lock on again. Gonna be able to take down another one of these shield batteries. Oh, Cyclone almost gets focused down. Oh, it does go down in the end. Yo, but with only one Void Ray, like, where's the rest of the Void Ray production? We're not supply blocked. MasTeR, please. Oh, he's making a Nexus instead. He's transitioning. Widowmine shot goes off. Kaozfate will break out. No more Void Rays, only Stalkers. With that, Kaozfate is gonna have such an easier time. And once he breaks out, he's gonna be, 1, shutting all this down, and then going across the map. And what production do we have? We have a single gateway. MasTeR needs to start preparing for the worst. We see a scan. Kaozfate knows the transition is happening. Oh boy. Here we go. The Natural is about to be retaken. We already had a CC being built. Kaozfate can now try and deal with this. Again, the goal of MasTeR here is to slow Kaozfate down, because if this army gets across the map, MasTeR is dead. Okay, decent pickup with the Phoenixes. Nice focus fire on the Cyclones as well. Oof. As well as kiting. A couple of Stalkers are going to get picked off. Ooh, and Phoenixes. But I feel like MasTeR, for the most part, has been able to successfully slow this down. Yeah, especially with the warping of reinforcements. Vikings are not what you need right now. Oof. Oh boy. Oh, as I'm just adding another alias. Boom, there we go. And yeah, MasTeR, he's just doing an excellent job at containing Kaozfate. You know, if there was ever a moment where Kaozfate was able to leave his side of the map, then MasTeR would be in so much trouble. But at the moment, you know, MasTeR, again, not just containing his opponent, even diving on top of the tank. Oh my god, I don't know if this is what the move that you want to go for. He does focus down the tank, but he will be losing a couple of Stalkers in the process. Jesus. I guess worth 1 tank for 2 Stalkers? Not bad. Not bad. Oof. And another Stalker goes down. He did deal some damage to that Cyclone. Behind this, back at home, we have a Twilight Council on the way. I imagine we're going to see Blink behind this to add more value to these Stalkers. Maybe even get a Robo so we can have the opportunity to blink into the main base. Like, yo, MasTeR, he's starting to get scary. Starting. So there we go. Blink is on the way. It needs to finish before he can really utilize these Stalkers to their fullest potential. Before that happens, Kaozfate, we have continued tank production, our add-ons are finishing up, 3rd CC is on the way, a little bit supply blocked, but only for a little bit. And I love this. Like, the Vikings honestly weren't doing much here. Like, what do? Zone out the Phoenix, I guess? But they're going across the map. What for? Not just to harass the mineral line, landed, but potentially force a recall, force warp-ins at home, weaken the forward push, and allow Kaozfate to break out and take a 3rd base. Like, there's so much hinging on these Vikings. We'll see if it's going to be enough as they are making their way in. A couple of gateways are about to finish up, so we can see those warp-ins that we were talking about. Oh, as workers are going down left and right. Yo, where's the warp in? One Stalker? I mean, I guess there's a shield battery and overcharge, so this should be enough. Never mind. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The shield battery's out of energy. The Stalker's gonna go down. There's still no answer to the Vikings. The boys are being pulled. 8, 9, 10 probes are going down. Chaos MasTeR, you needed to take this more seriously. There are 13 probes. Oh my god, and Kaozfate is smiling to himself. He scans, he double scans, confirms there's no third base. Oh my god. GG gets called and Kaozfate takes the game. Ay, ay, ay. I was thinking best case scenario for Kaozfate, MasTeR recalls back home. Apparently, best case scenario for Kaozfate is MasTeR doesn't respond and dies to the 2 Vikings. Oh no. Just wow. GG. Well played. Kaozfate does take the first game in this series. Ay, ay, ay. 2 Vikings, man. Apparently that's all you need. Oh, God. Wait, to be fair, I wasn't paying attention to the energy. Maybe there wasn't enough energy to recall. That could be something. It's possible. It's possible. I know there wasn't enough energy to overcharge in the main, but what I mean is recall at least to the natural. Regardless, what a game number 1. Kaozfate does take the lead in the series, and we'll see if he can go even further. Meanwhile, we do see Kaozfate asking for a little bit of a break, asking for a moment, so we are free to give that to him before we continue the series. But yeah, wow, what a game. Let me just watch the stream here. Because MasTeR wasn't supply blocked. Could he have recalled? Show me the energy at the Oh, he did have energy at the natural. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. GG. Meanwhile, I was wondering what that emote was. Apparently those are Jim's emotes. Oh, and Shaq D's emotes as well? It's Sha? Wow. I didn't know that Shaq streamed. Nice. Amasado. Amasado? What does that mean? I don't know Portuguese. Let's find out. Let's catch up with some Portuguese memes. Amassado. Kneading? Maybe? Explain the memes in the chat. Let me know. Looks like he planned to overcharge. I guess that was the plan. The thing is that even if you do plan to overcharge, like, he wasn't pulling away his workers. Like, they were all just chilling there mining. Things slowly escalated, like, with the death of all those probes. Like, that was a really rough position there for MasTeR. Oof. Right. Here we go. We're still just waiting for Kaozfate to ready on up, so we of course give him a little bit more time. And in the meantime, I guess this is a nice opportunity to promote ourselves a little bit here. I guess. Obviously, if you're not familiar with us, we have been live every single day this week, 2 times a day, and tonight we're going to be live 3 times a day. We are going to be finishing up the DreamHack Latin America qualifier in less than 6 hours. We're going to be back again with the Oceania qualifier, and then 4 hours after that, we're going to be live with Taiwan, Hong Kong. Oh boy, so a lot of StarCraft today. Tomorrow, it's going to be very similar. In the morning, we're going to have the North America closed qualifier. In the afternoon, we are going to have the China closed qualifier as well as the Oceania closed qualifier. So back-to-back 2 days of 3 events each. Tomorrow, there's also the opportunity, if we wanted to, we could also cast ESL Open Cup Asia. But I do think that's going to be a little bit too much for us. So we're not going to have like 24 hours of StarCraft. We're going to have a little bit of a break in between some of those casts, so we can rest our throats a little bit, get some water, have some naps before we keep on going. And then Monday, do we have any casts on Monday? I think Monday we have off. Let me just quickly think. Yes, Monday we should have off, so we don't have to worry about any broadcasts then and there. But yeah, it's going to be a big weekend, not just for us casting, but also for our players. Like Ryu and Eric, our 2 Ducklings, they're in the closed qualifier for Latin America. Oh, that's it. Monday is the Latin American closed qualifier. There it is. Or Sunday for the Americas. But yeah, like Ryu and Eric are going to be there. Patty Mac is going to be there in the North America closed qualifier. Starduck is going to be in the closed qualifier for Oceania. Oreo is going to be in the open qualifier tonight to try and make it and qualify for the closed qualifier. So we're going to have a lot of Ducklings. And yeah, so it's very nervous for all of us. We're very nervous. Obviously, like, a lot of our Ducklings are favored to make it to the main event of DreamHack, but anything could happen. Anything could happen. We were so happy this year with Eric and Ryu. Eric, you know, he made 2nd in DreamHack Latin America in summer. And last season, Ryu made it to the group stage of Latin America as well. So they both have done really well for themselves. Patty Mac, even though he qualified for the main event, last season he couldn't play in it because he was actually moving. So it was a big shame. He was actually moving houses to his new university. So because of that, he actually couldn't compete and he had to forfeit his slot. So because of that, he didn't have the opportunity to show what he was made of in the North American DreamHack main event. Feels bad, man. And the last one is Starduck. Starduck made it to the top 6 of Oceania, mate. He popped off. But enough about that. Kaozfate has returned, and we are now continuing this best of 5. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have our Peruvian Terran player representing Eximius Gaming. It is Kaozfate. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide, we have the Brazilian Protoss player, also representing Eximius Gaming, currently down in the series, but not out. It is MasTeR. Beautiful intros, the correct names, and the team logos. Let's go. Amasado is something similar to owned. Ah, okay. Gracias. It's a narrador de comedia. Shaking my head, guys. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to learn Portuguese, okay? Oh, God. Alright, well, thank you. Gracias. Icecar in the chat for sharing the memes. Amasado! God. Alright, here we go. As we're getting into game number 2, this time everything is at home. No proxies coming out from MasTeR. None whatsoever. Just a regular Nexus at home. So we're gonna be slowly going into a bit of a more standard game here. A little bit. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on things. Are we gonna have a Twilight Council? Are we gonna have a standard a standard Blink opener, or are we going to see something a little bit more crazy? Are we going to see a fast Robo? Are we going to see something else like a Stargate opener? I'm keeping my eyes on this probe just in case he does something crazy. We shall see. As Reaper is getting across the map, he confirms that, hey, there's a Nexus. I don't have to worry about a proxy. Even slips in and confirms everything else in the main. A little bit too early for the tech, so unfortunately he doesn't get eyes on that. But, again, he's doing whatever he can. Oh my god, can you get a probe? Up. He will not. The shield battery finishes up just in time, so the Reaper doesn't get any damage done, but a lot of nice scouting. Very nice indeed. Ooh, meanwhile, the Adept does get across the map. A little bit too slow to cause any havoc here. Like, he isn't able to delay the CC or anything like that. So the Adept really just being a nuisance. Also doing his own job to try and scout and try and sneak into the main base. But Kaozfate is on top of that. Does deny entry. The wall is in fact a wall. Is Kaozfate running Shelby's store? Yo, shout out to Get Ya, the memes. Yo, Funada Shelby. For those wondering, he was in the chat earlier. Shelby missed check-in. Shelby, ¿por qué? He should have been here. He could have been here in a qualifying match. Maybe not a qualifying match, but it would have been fun to have seen him in the bracket. Like, god damn it, Shelby. He missed check-ins on both Qualifier 1 and number 2. Too busy playing goddamn Minecraft. God damn it, Shelby. Shaking my head. Meanwhile, the Adept gets in! Yo, the Adept gets in. He sees the not just the Widowmine opener. Will he see the factory? The armory, sorry? Oh my god. Kaozfate, please, ¿por qué? Maria! Kaozfate was going for an armory play. He was trying to be cheeky, but the Adept gets in and MasTeR sees everything. He's getting ready at home. Robo was on the way. We have some observers on the way as well, so we will have detection at home. And Kaozfate, his opener. Everything gets seen. Everything is known. MasTeR should be ready for this. Should be. Oh boy. And, we'll see where we go from here. So, something interesting happened. Because he got scouted, Kaozfate isn't committing to the drop. He's not committing whatsoever. He's just pushing. He's like, you know what? This drop isn't going to do anything. Let's just push out across the map. And what's he going to have with this? He's going to have a Hellbat and I guess one borrowed mine. But like, this is such an awkward push. Like, this third is going to be cancelled. One. These Stalkers can't do anything either. Sure, they have Blink, but again, like, Kaozfate, he's going to trade so well against this. Like, he stims on forward, the Stalkers are going down, the tank is just shelling away. Oh, it looks like I underestimated the power of the Stalker there because we have another warp in, and there is more than enough Stalkers to deal with this. Nice bait with the Widowmine shot, blinks on forward, tank goes down, and with this, MasTeR shuts it all down. We have a random Banshee, oh my god. Kaozfate is falling apart a little bit here. I honestly expected a little bit more, like, oh god, the missed rally. And MasTeR holds on to his third. I thought this third was dead. I thought it was done. It's one of those things where Kaozfate was trying to catch his opponent off guard because obviously he was going for like plan A. He's like, oh, you know what? If I push out now, my opponent's not going to expect it. And he didn't, but there were enough Stalkers to defend anyway. So Kaozfate, he threw a lot away there. Tank, Medevac, Banshee. Ugh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I love how Ice Scar is in the chat, just giving us all the updates. Thanks. I gathered that. Look, I speak Spanish, okay? I gathered that. Oh god. But thank you for the translation anyway. I appreciate it. Yo, what am I shot? Yo. Oh. How is this still live, by the way? It's crazy. How have 0 shots gone off as well? Meanwhile, Banshee comes in, trying to deal some damage, and you know what? He will get 2 probes for his troubles. The Stalkers aren't quite here in position. They're across the map, so because of that, there's not that much anti-air. The Banshee, a little bit uncontested, was able to get 2 workers, and meanwhile, oh no, the transferring probes! Oh god! Transferring SCVs. A couple of them do get picked off. At least MasTeR does get eyes on the third base. He does confirm that it's there. Ooh, Kaozfate a little bit paranoid about a potential observer here. Speaking of observer, eventually this wood mine should be dealt with. There we go. Finally, it does go down. And now MasTeR, he's got his third base up and running. It's fully saturated. It's sitting back cool and pretty. He's even got Colossus on the way with extended thermal lance. It's going to finish up by the time this drop hits. Speaking of, this drop didn't go scouted, but MasTeR is ready anyway as, oh my god, he's so on point. Jesus. His reactions are he's just on it. He saw the double drop with his observer and immediately there's the blink. There's just no way in. Oh, Kaozfate. Now all the supply is doing nothing and MasTeR pushes out. He's on siege! No, not like this. Kaozfate, please. Every single tank goes down. That's it. That's the end of the end, mate. MasTeR fighting back hard, showing us all that he doesn't need to proxy to win against his opponent as every single SCV is going to go down. At the same time, that double drop is committed and he's going into the main base. He's going into the natural, but we got defensive warp-ins. Like, MasTeR is completely fine here. Sure, he loses everything at the natural, but every single worker, I should say, but these are losses that are very much so affordable. Oh, nice Widowmine shot, but like, unlike MasTeR, Kaozfate cannot afford to lose all these SCVs. As the natural is on fire, the boys are being pulled, GG gets called, and MasTeR ties up the series 1-1. GG. Amasado. I'm gonna say that whenever a Brazilian player wins. Oh god. I like the idea of the Peruvians having ga and the Brazilians having amasado. Not quite the same, but I'm happy with it. And with that, we're tied up. We are moving on to game number 3. Oh. Go Coimbrina. Oh, yo, because we have Ice Scar here in the chat, would you mind letting us know why MasTeR's name in-game is Coimbrina? I do know that Kaozfate, his IRL name is Gerald Cruz, so that's why he's Ye Cruz. Like, it's just a shortened name for Kaozfate. But for MasTeR, why is what is Coimbrina? Let's, you know what? Google Translate. Let's go. It translates to nothing. It says it's Portuguese, but there is no English translation. But yeah, like, is that his name or? I mean, I can check if it's his name. Oh, it is. Oh my, Lucas Coimbra. Ah, it's his name. Okay, okay. Oh god, both these guys have their names as their as their in-game IDs. Right, Lucas. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? Can he cause the upset? And I will say upset because honestly, Kaozfate is the favorite player here. Esto es bueno. Yeah, yeah. How do you say it's all good? Todo está bueno, mate. Todo está bueno. Todo está bueno, way. If it's in Mexican, you gotta throw in a bunch of ways. Ah, no mames. I'm just getting like Jim Rising flashbacks right now. It's just, oh god. Protoss. I mean, kind of. Kaozfate kind of put himself in that situation. I mean, he was caught on siege. Like, nothing was going right for Kaozfate in that game. Oh boy. We'll see. We shall see how this goes. Oh, meanwhile, I should probably just update the score on the screen. I'm so bad at that. There we go, there we go. Oh, yo, Sinistro in the chat. The boy himself comes out. Wow, massive shout out to Sinistro. He is the head admin. I believe he has an even better title of ESL proper. So massive shout out to Sinistro in the chat. He's also Portuguese, so he does have close ties with the Portuguese scene. He even has casted a couple of matches himself, recently with Rocklets. Speaking of, exclamation mark Funara, Rocklets in the chat, because yo, sure, Cosmos, his power may be gone. He may not have any internet, but mate, what is Rocklets? What's his excuse? What's going on, man? Funara. Meanwhile, here we go. We are spawning in to game number 3 of this qualifying match, and in the top right hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player. He is red, representing Eximius Gaming. It is Kaozfate. Tiran sus gas in the chat for this Peruvian player here. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Jagannatha, we have our Brazilian Protoss representing Eximius Gaming. It is MasTeR. Oh, they add Ina or Ino. Interesting. Here in Spanish it's Ito or Ita, like Tavito. That's the best example I have. Or huevito. Yeah. I guess similar in some way, But here we go. We do have some worker scouts from both players. So far, everything is at home. No proxies yet. I was kind of hoping that MasTeR would come out with something cheeky here. But so far, everything is standard for both our players. Oof. I had a house fly amigo, now I have 3. Oh god. Chat's getting out of control. As with our worker scouts, we just confirm everything is normal here. The one difference is... Oh no, never mind. I was about to say that we had a denied scout, but no. We were able to confirm everything here for both of our players. MasTeR just double checking, making sure there's no proxy starport or anything like that. And we'll see where we go from here. We'll see if this time Kaozfate can actually pull off something like his Widowmine drops. It's something that he wanted to pull off in game number 2, and it was scouted, it was shut down. Kaozfate tried being fancy and trying to like pivot away and go for something else from that opener, but really like it just proved to be a weaker push, and it did kind of fall on its face. I did poetry with Here we go. As we do have a standard, a Twilight Council opening from MasTeR. I mean, it's pretty standard. It's what we would expect, you know, like, Oh my god. Mule gets picked off, though. This Adept actually dealing some damage. Please, Kaozfate, this time don't let him in the main. Don't do it. Don't do it, Chaos. Go as oh my god, he's gonna get another mule? No, please, no. Oh, he wanted it so bad. Thankfully the mule this time survives. Kaozfate, oh my god, playing with my heart right now. As we should be seeing, yeah, we should now be seeing a Widowmine drop. Are we going to see an armory alongside this? So far, it looks like we will not. So, not as committed as Kaozfate wanted to go for in game number 2, but at least he will be able to pull this off. With this, there are a couple of important things, right? It's not just about the economic damage that this can deal, it's also about scouting your opponent, keeping an eye on things, you know, getting an eye on the robo timing. Because of this robo, are we going to see additional gateways? If we are, then yo, we're going to see a Warp Prism and MasTer's just going to go across the map. If not, we could see a fast Robotics Bay and fast Colossus. So we'll see what Chaos can accomplish with this medevac. At the same time, Adept trying to get in, but does get denied. But at least doing a really good job. At any moment, Kaozfate could slip up a little bit and... oh, ooh. Almost, man. Almost. Gasito. Oh, nice denial. Reaper and the Hellion are able to pick off a probe, delay the third base a little bit longer as the Widowmine drop is diving into the natural. Yo, the Stalkers were distracted. Sure, they got a Hellion, but because of that, the Widowmine drop does manage to get in. Only one into the natural, the other going into the main. First Widowmine will be dealt with, the second will borrow puppy. Please, where's the... oh, God. We do see the probes pulled, and only 3 workers in total. Ooh! Medevac does go down, though. And once the Widowmines and the Medevacs have been dealt with, we were assuming a couple of things. We were making some assumptions. Yo, were there going to be more gateways? No, there is going to be a robotic space, so we are going to be seeing MasTeR go straight into Colossus. Oh my god, the follow-up though. I kind of like this. Like, sure, a third is on the way, but there's no pylon, there's no shield battery. We do have Blink Stalkers, but that's all we have, so there's a lot of potential here. We even have a couple of boys being pulled for a couple of repairs or for a couple of bunkers. Here we go. This third is not long for this world. This time the third will go down. Ooh, just barely cancels in time, and now MasTeR can go, Kaozfate can go toe-to-toe with the army of MasTeR, forces a cancel on the shield battery. Ooh, he's trying to blink on forward here, and maybe he can eventually overwhelm this, but he already got a cancel on the third. He got what he wanted. And there we have it, with that blink forward, the tank, and everything else will get cleaned up. But, again, Chaos with the delay on that third, nicely done, nicely done. I'm sure he would have wanted to kill, but got a cancel. Traded a little bit with the Stalkers. And it does force a couple of delays, you know. I was about to say, extended thermal lance, a little bit delayed there. It's now on the way, third is on the way, but behind this Kaozfate, he has his own third CC. He'll be able to land it on location much faster and get it up running much faster compared to MasTeR. And MasTer's doing a really good job at, like, you know, again, being annoying, doing a good job at Blink Stalkers, his Blink Stalker control as well, just keeping things at bay, just, again, slowing things down for Kaozfate. And even keeps an eye on the worker transfer, as well as the third CC. Now, the real question becomes, at this point, what is Kaozfate's answer to MasTer's army composition? Another scan to try and find an observer. Kaozfate, please. It's almost as if Kaozfate just assumes that there's an observer. He doesn't see a shimmer or anything, so because of that, it's a couple of wasted scans, to be honest. Kaozfate has to be careful. He's moving out now, but mate, we got Colossus at home. We have 2 Colossus at home. Calm down, buddy. MasTeR sees the move out, by the way. It's a single tank. Like, I don't see this doing much, Chaos. The tank is gonna go down. Kaozfate, please? I mean, he trades somewhat efficiently, but ooh, medevac gets picked off as well. Like, MasTeR just shuts this down. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. A couple of Stalkers do get taken out as they do get misrallied. Bit of an awkward pathing issue there. But yeah, for the most part, Kaozfate, he came out behind in that engagement. Like, mate, you can't just throw away tanks like that, you know? Like, tanks serve a purpose. At least he was able to see those Colossus, as he didn't see the robotic spate earlier, so now he's well aware of that. I appreciate how aggressive he's being. Like, this drop, it gets pushed away, but he's got another drop over on the right-hand side of the map, you know? Like, he's getting ready for some multi, bro. He wants to be all over the place. Will he be all over the place? We'll yet to see. We will find out. As he's consolidating his forces, this time no factory units whatsoever. Oh, I say that. There are 2 Widow Mines in the middle of all of this. Are the Widow Mine shots going to be good enough? No, they will not. Both Widow Mines get sniped before a single shot goes off. Jesus Christ. And again, Kaozfate can't push into 3 Colossus like this. It's just not going to work out. What do we need? Unfortunately, I would have loved like a Raven, honestly, like a Raven opening for like a disable or an anti-armor missile. That would have been great. Instead, we see like a more brute force sort of composition. Vikings and Ghosts. EMPs can be amazing, don't get me wrong, but it can still be quite difficult just like enduring all of that splash damage. Oh boy. Right, here we go. MasTeR, once again, he's pushing out here into the center of the map, and there's just... I don't know, man. I'm just not convinced by Chaos. Like, it's cool that he's being as active as he is, but... I just feel like he's losing so much every time. I don't know, man. I feel like he may be better off just staying at home, macroing up and pushing out, like, after getting a solid force. Meanwhile, speaking of solid force, MasTeR is pushing out here now across the map. We do see a couple of EMPs. Oh my god, some clutch micro there with the War Prism. But regardless, the Colossus are going down. The Vikings are more than enough. There was no answer to them. Not just that, but also the EMPs, and GG gets called. Kaozfate, despite losing so much throughout that entire game, it all just came down to one push. One push where he had his Vikings, he had his EMPs. I doubted him. He was just so much of his army was falling apart leading up to that. But the power of EMP, the power of Vikings, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, like, MasTeR did kind of move out at a pretty unfortunate timing, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Like, there was some nice micro with his War Prism, but he was lacking a little bit when it comes to overall supply and numbers. You know, get another wave of Zealots, right? Then suddenly everything changes. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, it looks like our next game is going to be on Romanticide, but we're gonna have to remake the lobby, because this is not the ladder edition. There we go. So Romanticide for Game 4, oh, I should probably update this as well. Oh, as Kaozfate takes the lead in this series. Damn. Let's just watch that replay. Even though we had equal workers, and even though MasTeR was taking a 4th base behind this, like, it wasn't the moment to push out. He only had 3 charge lots. 3! Oof. God damn it, Kaozfate. he's AFK again. Kaozfate, he gets AFK so often. God damn it. So we'll have to wait. We will have to wait. Yo, shout out to Yoda in the chat. It's been so long. I mean, we were talking about this earlier, but I guess I can say this. We do plan to cast once again with Yoda. In a couple of days. It's happening. The Yoda is returning. The return of the Yoda. I can't wait. I can't wait for, like, Just the stories. Like, that's the thing about Yoda. He's always got something to say, like, when it comes to things happening in his life. Like, I don't know, almost getting killed by, like, lily pads in a random pond in the middle of nowhere, you know, like, just like being stranded with his truck, like, out in the desert. or racing on top of the hood of his car. It's like, Jesus. It's crazy. Yoda, he's always up to something. There's always something going on in Yoda land. I don't even know if I want to say Texas, because it's unique to Yoda. Oh god. But we'll see. As the lobby has been remade, we just have to wait for the players to ready up, and then we can dive into Romanticide. Romanticide, a much larger map. You know what that means, mate? Proxies. Just saying. We could be seeing some proxies. There's a lot of room out there. I don't know if MasTeR wants to go into a late game. I don't know if either of these players want to go into a late game. But we'll see. We shall see. Who's the Who's the who have I been replaced with, huh? Who's this guy? Oh god. MasTeR, take my energy. Yes, both players need your energy right now because again, this is still a pretty close series. Sure, one of our boys is up in this series, but it could very easily still go to the ace match. Shout out to Turbo Quacker in the chat. Yo, gifting a sub to Maria. Damn. Thank you. Thank you so much, Turbo Quacker, for the gifted sub. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Gracias. Gracias, papi. Alright, here we go. Potentially the final game of this best of 5, and spawning in the top left hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have our Peruvian Terran player representing Eximius Gaming. Baby beyond himself. It is Kaozfate. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Brazilian Protoss representing Eximius Gaming as well. Currently down in this series, but not out. He needs to tie it up here and now. It is MasTeR. Oh boy. And so far, not gonna lie, disappointed, mate. What's going on? Rax is at home. Oh boy. Meanwhile, we do have MasTeR going for a probe scout. Nothing crazy. It's just going across the map. He's not going to the outskirts, unfortunately. Everything standard. Boring. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Yo, lily pads are vicious, mate. Vicious. True. You don't want to get into a fight with a lily pad. Alright. Here we go. Next is thrown down for MasTeR. CC on the way for Chaos. Bit of a gentleman's agreement. But the thing is, we know that these two players are anything but gentlemen. What? They like to get down. They like to get dirty. And speaking of dirty, this probe going on a bit of a mission. Going to the bottom left-hand side corner of the map. Yo! Predictions, people. Throw down the pylon. Throw it down. Do it. Do it. Up. Okay, we're just chilling for now. But we're out. We got our eye on you. We need a pylon out there. We need. I'm feeling a proxy Twilight Council with a Dark Shrine. We'll see. We'll see. As Reaper gets across the map, ooh, shield battery's not done yet, so the mineral line is a little bit under threat, but it's all good. The Adept is here to push away said Reaper. And by the time he comes back, shield battery's done, the mineral line is safe. Meanwhile, ooh, Twilight Council opening, and pylon, throw it down, throw it down, throw down the pylon, get the Dark Shrine! Oh my god. Please, you have such a good opportunity, MasTeR. Do it, do it. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. The Twilight Council is almost done. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. The dream. Meanwhile, 1-on-1 opening here from Chaos. Oh. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, Blink is still on the way. Sure, Blink, fine, whatever. Come on. Show us that the Dark Shrine isn't as early as it could have been. He's still prioritizing Blink, which I guess makes sense. It's the safer thing to do. We have a Robo on the way for that Warp Prism. It's just the gates. Sure, fine. This is fine. It's not what I wanted, but it's fine. We have 2 hidden gateways here, which means 4 gates in total. MasTeR looking to be hyper aggressive here. So a couple of things are going to happen. 1, we have a Hellion drop. The Hellion drop could deal some damage and it could scout. The problem is that the things to scout are not in the bases, which are these gateways. These gateways are the sign of aggression for MasTeR. So unfortunately for Kaozfate, this information will be missed. Meanwhile, War Prism's on the way. Why? Because boom, MasTeR wants to go all in on 2 bases with 4 gate Blink Stalkers. And this is scary. This is terrifying. Blink isn't done. Medevac's on the way. Stalkers aren't positioned at the natural, but ooh, they move out of position. Oh my god, they're getting ready to go because of the War Prism. And because of that, a lot of damage is about to be done. So War Prism does head out across the map. Hellions are going to dive into a mineral line. Yo, where are they at? They get a couple of probe kills. 7. Oh my god, 9. 10? 12? Just 12. But 12? 12 probes go down. MasTeR, if he wasn't all in before, he is all in now. He's going for it. War Prisms across the map as well. What do we have to defend? Do we have tanks? We have 1 tank. The tank is misrallied. Puppy, please, siege up. Oh god. And this is scary. Only 1 tank that's not sieged up. Okay, never mind. We have a 2nd tank in the main base. We need to be prepared, people. Kaozfate, he needs to set up, and the tank is unsieged. No, the tank goes down. Yo, now there's no tank on the low ground. The bunker goes out immediately. The Raven will also get picked off. Not before it gets an auto turret, but an auto turret is not going to be good enough. Everything is going south here for Chaos. He's trying to reposition his tank. But the tank is so late. The Blink Stalker Micro is good enough. We do finally have the tank here on the low ground. But immediately he just focuses down. The tank, it's gone. It's dead, mate. And just like that, MasTeR is popping off. We do need another warp in. We do need some momentum here, and the problem is that MasTeR, he doesn't have to push into the natural. He can just blink into the main, and that's exactly what he does. There's nothing here. Stim will be denied. No stim for you, Kaozfate. And the boys are forced off the line. Oh god. Chaos, he's struggling to keep up, but finally he gets another tank up and running. Thankfully, he had a 2nd tech lab on the rack, so he can rebuild that stim. Oh my god, but MasTeR, he just doesn't stop. He just keeps going. Oh god, the micro, the blinks, the warp prism, anything and everything. A couple of stalkers are still going down, so a little bit of missed micro, to be honest. But there we go. Another warp in. MasTeR with so much momentum. He finishes. And, okay, never mind. If he had charged on these zealots, I do think it would all be over. The Kaozfate still has a chance here. He's not too far behind in terms of the workers. Ooh, he will be able to clean this up. And now we have to take stock. MasTeR is on 2 bases. He's ahead in workers, but not by much. By, what, 7? Meanwhile, Kaozfate, he's got mules, he's got 2 bases, a 3rd is about to finish up. The problem is that MasTeR had to end the game. He straight up had to end it. Kaozfate, he survived. He's adapting. And because of that, Kaozfate is ahead. This is terrifying for MasTeR. Like, oh no, the blink into the main. He just takes tank shots to the face. Oh no, MasTeR, he was so close. He was so close to tying up this series. Fornada charge. Charge needed to be done earlier, or we needed some more warp-ins. We needed some better micro here in the top right when it comes to the warp prism and the blinks. MasTeR was so close to straight up killing his opponent. But was not good enough. Kaozfate, the tenacity, baby Beyond himself awoke within him. Beyond is inside him, what? And he holds, and he's looking to take the series. He's looking to qualify. MasTeR sees this, by the way, but just because he sees it doesn't mean he can do anything about it. He's gonna try and intercept. Maybe he can catch this unsieged. Maybe. He has Immortals. He has Sentries. Charge is done. He can take a great fight here in the middle of the map. Especially if he catches Kaozfate unsieged. Oh, siege up, puppy. Siege up, siege up. Oh, God. Oh, my God. We do have a couple of force fields. The tanks still don't siege. Finally, they do siege. Ooh, and they do shell away at those charge lots. Oh, my God. Almost every single charge lot goes down. There we go. Kaozfate, he's on point. He knows the danger he's in. And he's kind of zoning MasTeR out of his own base. He's pulling the boys! We have some boy-on-boy action. The tanks are exposed. They're being focused down by the Stalkers, but I don't think there's enough buffer for them. The tanks are still dishing out so much damage, and GG gets called. Kaozfate takes the series, and he qualifies for DreamHack Latin America Closed Qualifier. GG, well played. MasTeR, he had it. He had it in his hands. He had such a big opportunity there, but unfortunately, he could not close it out. Oh. Wow. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, Kaozfate. Not just Kaozfate, but also the Zerglord. I know there are a bunch of Portuguese and Brazilian fans in the chat. I know they were cheering hard for MasTeR, but at least we get the best of both worlds. At least we have a Brazilian and a Peruvian. The Zerglord and Kaozfate. They both move on through. They both advance on to the closed qualifier. The closed qualifier, which will be played in 2 days on this very channel. What a series, what a series. Let's update it here. Boom, there it is. Some more fanfare, because why not? And yeah, what a day of StarCraft. For those wondering, let's just show it off on the screen right now. When it comes to who made it through, I know the players advancing through the qualifiers haven't been updated, but the players advancing, the players invited to the main event are, of course, Cham, Kelazur, Special, and Terran. Terran being the wild card there, popping off last season, all the way into the main event. Meanwhile, in the closed qualifier, invited was Eric, Jim Rising, Ryu, and Shakti. So a couple of Brazilians and Mexicans and Peruvians invited into those closed qualifiers. They will be joined in 2 days by Eggs, Paco Mike, the Zerglord, and Kaozfate. Oh boy, so a lot of diversity to be had there in that closed qualifier. Of course, it will be casted here on the CranKy Ducklings. Not just the CranKy Ducklings, but it will also be casted by Oris in Spanish and Cosmos in Portuguese. So there's going to be plenty of broadcasts going on, plenty of people covering this on a Monday, or Sunday for you guys, I guess. Monday for me. And yeah, it's gonna be insane. Of course, we have a couple of horses in the race, right? We have Eric and Ryu, 2 of the Ducklings, the CranKy Ducklings, gonna be representing us there in those closed qualifiers, hoping to make it through into the main event. It's gonna be a hard-fought battle. 8 players are gonna go in, only 4 will make it to the main event. Which 4? Oh god, it's gonna be a bloodbath. There are gonna be some intense matches. What I will say is that Jim Rising isn't in the best shape, but his ZVZ is still some of the best in Latin America. Shakti was just in the chat, but also Shakti hasn't been active recently. Yo, I gotta Funada him a little bit. Like, yo, Shakti, I see you there. Mate, when are you gonna show up for Sentimiento Latino and Goodbye Pyrian? I haven't seen you in months. It's been months, man, since I've seen you play, so I don't know. I don't know how he's going to be looking. Hopefully he's in shape, hopefully. Meanwhile, Ryu and Eric, of course, some of the best Zerg players out there, mate. They're going to do well. I know it. I know, like, Eric is kind of a sure thing into the main event. Ryu maybe, like, it does depend on the bracket. It depends on the seeding. It's going to be intense, mate. It is going to be intense. Oh. And with that, we are done today. Oh, we're done for now. We are nowhere near done today. In 5.5 hours, we will be back. I'll be casting alongside Yakuzaku, the DreamHack Oceania Open Qualifier number 2, the final Open Qualifier. So if you want to tune into some more Cranky Duckling action, it's going to be there in 5 hours. I'm going to go get some food and pass out. I'm going to go to bed. Wake up in 4 hours, have a shower, get changed, get ready, and go for another cast. Let's go. And hopefully the cameras work then. Hopefully the cameras work. For those wondering, usually I have cams on, but unfortunately there was a little bit of a bug with Discord and I couldn't get it to work, so no cameras at the moment. But we'll try to fix it. Meanwhile, straight after the Oceania Open Qualifier is the Taiwan-Hong Kong Closed Qualifier immediately. So, yeah, back-to-back broadcasts. Tomorrow, around this time, in less than 24 hours, is going to be the North America Closed Qualifier. That's where players like Trigger, Patty Mac, Pure Legacy, Vindicta, who else? I want to say another Protoss player. Ryan. All these American and Canadian players are going to be juking it out there in the North America Closed Qualifier tomorrow. So again, if you want to tune into that, it's all going to be here on the Cranky Ducklings. So be sure to hit that follow button. If you want to support us even further, then you can join the pond. And you can subscribe to the Cranky Ducklings. You will gain access to our emotes, our ducks, as well as our replay packs and our sub-only channel. And yeah, you can just be a part of the community, you know. Here on the Cranky Ducklings, thanks to the support that we get on our Patreon as well as Twitch, we are able to afford to pay our players. You know, we have our players contracted, they represent us. On top of that, we also run and host our own tournaments. Speaking of hosting and sponsoring our own tournaments, Desafiantes is going to be in 4 days. Regulars in our chat, they should know what Desafiantes is, but Desafiantes is basically Code A for DreamHack Latin America. The players who did not make it to the main event, so the 4 players who are going to be knocked out of the closed qualifier, and the 4 players who performed the best they did in the open qualifiers are going to be invited to an invitational tournament. So again, Code A for Latin America. That's going to be on this channel in 4 days. Desafiantes Winter 2021. Be there. Or be square. I don't know. So players like Tavo, MasTeR is probably going to be there. What are some of the other big names? Sinner is going to be there, as well as, again, the 4 players who do not make it out of the closed qualifier. So it's going to be a big event. We host it every single DreamHack. It's only for Latin America. We partner with Liaspida, Cosmos Castet, Horus, Demon Swap Castet, Jim Rising Castet. It's all going to be there. It's all going to be popping off. It's crazy. And yeah, it's going to be a long month of StarCraft. Because on top of all of that, of course, we're also going to be covering the official B stream for DreamHack, for the main events, for Oceania, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, like we do every season. And we will also probably do a couple of days of the B stream of Latin America as well. Maybe. Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. So yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone had a good time. My condolences to Cosmos. I love Cosmos so much. He's a great guy. He supports the Ducklings. He supports us. He's beautiful. He has great hair. Tell him that. I love his hair. He also has some nicely groomed facial hair as well. It's beautiful. But yeah, my condolences because apparently Cosmos's internet went down, so there was no Portuguese stream for these qualifying matches. It is such a shame because we did have Brazilian players in both qualifying matches. I know that there are a lot of Brazilian fans who probably just didn't get to watch it because Cosmos' stream went down and they probably didn't know that it was being casted in English and Spanish, and maybe they don't like an English cast or a Spanish cast and they just didn't go look for another stream. So there are probably a lot of fans out there who just never got to see these matches, which is a shame because they were good matches. They were good. They were very good. So yeah, I hope everything's okay with Cosmos. I hope he's able to sort out his internet issues and be ready for the closed qualifiers, because I know he's going to be there. It's very passionate, very passionate. Much respect for Cosmos. And yeah, I guess the last thing I have to say, one for Kaozfate. Gotta give my gaz out for Kaozfate. Also, gotta say fala galera to all the Portuguese players, viewers who dropped by. And thank you everyone for tuning in today. It was a rough cast because I did have to solo cast for a lot of this. Usually I have a co-caster, but not today, Oh, and my voice is honestly quite beat up now. So I have to go and rest. If you want to tune in to more of what I do, I'm light_VIP, light VIP if you will. I do stream on my own personal channel. Over on Twitch and Twitter. You can follow me there, Facebook as well, Instagram for when I go live. I have some ladder streams. I stream sometimes some Final Fantasy 14, some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, we like to have fun there, less serious, more chill. But if you enjoyed my casting, then be sure to follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, all that good stuff. Join our Discord channel to interact with the community. Join or subscribe to us on YouTube if you want to tune in to the VODs. All of our VODs are uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you are unable to tune in live and you want to tune into some of our other casts, it's all there. It's all available. And with that, we are done for the day. Gracias, everyone. Gracias. We will see you next time. Ciao. Hold on.